Greed can be disgusting. It's disgusting when people, as Brian Ross just reported, cheat to get rich. But is that the standard way that people get rich? Do the successful prosper at the expense of others? That's certainly what a lot of people say about big business. Wal-Mart, for example.
Welcome to Wal-Mart!
In every one of Wal-Mart's thousands of stores, they begin the day with the Wal-Mart cheer.
Give me a W! W! Hey! Hey! L! L! Wiggly! Wiggly! Wiggly!
This is supposed to inspire employees and remind them the customer comes first.
The customer always rule, rule, rule. Thank you, guys.
These workers told us they like working here, but others say they're victims, that Wal-Mart is exploiting them.
Wal-Mart bad! Wal-Mart is evil!
Some people just hate Wal-Mart. Critics say Wal-Mart wrecks communities, discriminates against women, doesn't provide enough health benefits, and underpays its workers.
Wal-Mart has got to go!
Stop the monster in its tracks.
The movie Wal-Mart doesn't want you to see.
A new movie depicts Wal-Mart as a greedy beast that's grabbing everything in its path. There's so much Wal-Mart hatred, some towns vote to keep Wal-Mart out.
3,000!
Does it look like the reporter even smiles?
The message is loud and clear. Wal-Mart, you are not welcome.
This big union-led campaign intends to force Wal-Mart to stop being greedy. They're greedy?
I just think greed doesn't go far enough. Their most common classification.
Paul Blank was hired by the Food and Commercial Workers Union to convince people not to shop at Wal-Mart until Wal-Mart pays workers more.
For 1 penny increase, they could provide their workers with $2 more in wages and benefits. Look at what they make. The average associate at Walmart makes $8.23 an hour. That's not a job that can support a family.
Walmart says the average is about $1 an hour more than that, but it's still not a lot.
They've taken the values, the morals, the ethics, the fairness that are the fabric of our society and put them aside and put their profits before their people.
The children of Walmart's founder, by contrast, are billionaires. Does that make them greedy? They wouldn't talk to us about that, but years ago, another billionaire, Ted Turner, did.
Greedy, vicious, greedy, destructive people.
Greed. Everybody's greedy.
Turner called greed ambition.
America is about competition and rising above that competition. That's at the basis of what makes our economy and our society tick.
Everybody wants more.
Sure, that's capitalism.
You make no moral judgment. It isn't a little repulsive if somebody
Well, I
spends
mean,
it all.
that's up to other people to decide.
But in America, capitalists are vilified. People hate them.
Who does?
Well, lots of people do.
Eric, my balance sheets! Ross, get the readouts!
In today's media, the businessman is more likely to be the villain than even the Nazis.
Nothing is like the Nazis, except for Walmart.
How many yachts can you water ski behind? How much is enough?
And yet the media get business wrong.
It's a zero-sum game. Somebody wins, somebody loses. Money itself isn't lost or made, it's simply transferred.
It's simply transferred, says Michael Douglas. It's a zero-sum game. By that logic, if Walmart owners profit, we lose. But that's a myth.
That's really a child's view of how the world works.
Philosopher David Kelly studies markets.
It's like we're all children sitting around the dinner table and a pie comes. It's dessert time. Mom sets a pie down on the table. If I get a bigger piece, you get a smaller piece. But in reality, there's no mom there putting a pie down on the table. We're producers. We create wealth.
Walmart created wealth. It started with just one discount store. Then its owner, Sam Walton, invented new ways to streamline the supply chain, speeding delivery to stores. He pushed suppliers to sell to him for less, so he could sell things for less. That's been so popular that Walmart now has 6,000 stores, and they sell more goods than any chain anywhere. As a result, Sam Walton's heirs are rich. But does their having billions mean the rest of us have less? No.
This is the fallacy, that there is some pool of wealth there that's fixed, and if I take more, you get less. That's not true. Wealth is constantly being created.
Sam Walton's innovations have created thousands of new jobs and allowed millions of Americans to save money.
At the end of the month, I'm actually saving a good $40. And I like that.
Everything today I got was an incredibly low price.
Consumer savings in the United States, because of Wal-Mart, may be as high as $100 billion a year. This translates really into a wage increase that Wal-Mart is offering to all Americans that shop there.
The critics keep talking about greed. Greedy Wal-Mart taking from people.
Greed is a smear for profit-seeking and for successful. Would it be nice if Wal-Mart workers all made $100,000 a year? Sure. It would also be nice if the rivers were filled with lemonade and every kid had a puppy dog and a lollipop. But in reality, we have trade-offs.
Welcome to Walmart. You want happy faces, kids? Huh?
Walmart keeps costs down by hiring retired workers like Eugene Alberts.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Many other workers here are part-time or students or people looking for a second income.
None of them was drafted. None of them was forced to work at Walmart. That means that if they're working there, presumably that was the best job they could get. If Walmart ceased to exist tomorrow, those people wouldn't be better off. They'd have to work somewhere with even lower wages, even fewer benefits.
Okay, thank you.
Before Sharon Reese was hired at Walmart, she was on welfare. She'd lost custody of her kids and was homeless, living in her car.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
W.C. Morrison, who you saw leading those cheers before, took a risk and hired Sharon.
She had no references. She had no work experience. She had no employment history.
I was raw, you know.
Pretty raw.
Just kind of helped me zone up a little bit.
Today, Sharon has 2 people working for her.
It's right here.
Oh, okay.
And she's got her own apartment. And she's regained custody of 2 of her kids.
And I've actually furnished it with Walmart. Everything just about that's in my house that Walmart sells, I have. Walmart attire. How are you doing?
On this day, she returned to that store that first hired her and gave her a second chance.
And I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Hungry wages got to go.
But the protesters say Walmart is evil.
Every single major advance in mass retailing has produced firestorms of protest. The first department stores in downtown were hated and vilified when Sears and Roebuck and Montgomery Ward started the mail-order business. Rural retailers went crazy because of the unfair competition. When A&P and other chain stores came into existence, they actually passed laws to try to stop them.
Capitalists like the robber barons John D. Rockefeller and Cornelius Vanderbilt have always been depicted as evil. Vanderbilt leeched off the poor. Rockefeller was a snake. But the name-calling rarely came from consumers. It was competing businessmen who complained. And the newspapers lapped it up, giving them the name robber barons.
You could not find a more inaccurate term for these men than robber barons. They weren't barons, all of them started penniless, and they weren't robbers because they didn't take it from anyone else.
They took it from their customers.
Not from the customers, they kept selling the products cheaper and cheaper.
Vanderbilt got so rich by pleasing lots of people because he made travel and shipping cheaper. He used bigger ships, faster ships. He served food on board. People liked that. Rockefeller got rich selling oil. Competitors and the government called him a monopolist, but no one was forced to buy his oil. Rockefeller had to persuade people by offering it to them for less. So much less that poor people who used to go to bed when it got dark could now afford fuel for their lanterns.
The consumers were better off, the workers were better off, and if that's called greed, then I say greed is good.
The critics say Walmart's greed is not good.
Ultimately, they have to answer to the American people.
But they are answering to their customers, because 100 million people go there to shop.
But we're only at the beginning of this campaign.
It's easy for people who have plenty to say that, oh, I'd be willing to pay a few cents more. But for people who are struggling to make ends meet, Walmart is their best friend.
Even some on the political left have begun to defend Walmart, like President Clinton's labor secretary, Robert Reich.
What's all the hatred about? It's intense hatred.
So it represents the dark side of big business to a lot of people. They're fighting unions. They're doing everything they can to get their costs down. And that looks unfair. It looks awful. We don't like it. The citizen in us says that's not moral. But the other side of the coin is that those same companies are providing rock-bottom prices to consumers. And we as consumers say, hooray.